Boom! At the open, all-time high for the S&P 500.
It's your boy Jimmy.
Now, what's worth doing is worth doing for money.
Straight from y'all street to Wall Street.
Anybody tells you money's the root of all evil, doesn't make up.
Dudes wake up, hope their girl turned on so they can get a little bit. Only woman in the morning, I wanna turn on this. Deck it quick. While the average man looking at this, it's sad like she fine as it. I'm over here looking at tails and whips like 5-6. I left the mayhem for the market. Now I don't want a dope spot, I want to stop it. I know that booty got dropped, triggered my stop losses, but I ain't got time for your wop. My V-wops crossing. Rich with hot V's and pushing hot strategy and plans to make grand. Still in my wife beater, Batman pajamas, house slides, and about 5 hot picks for the day. Cause I like the way the Dow bounce. 4 hot dips on call, so I got options. 2 with a lot of volume, 1 with a double bottle. Now I know dumb money don't understand. Am I talking about my trade or just thinking with my MACD? You see, we different in the way we move. You move with kittens and your dog, I move with bears and bulls. I got a green thumb, grow with the marijuana. Waking up with the fun, some commas. Jump out of bed, big profits. Eat my bacon and eggs, big profits. Light up, watching them candles, profits. While I'm still in my sand, making profits. They used to watch me move them packs and stop. Now I watch moves in the NASDAQ. Profits. Used to run from the ATF and them cops. Now I run down ETL, make profits. I jump out of bed, make profits. Eat my bacon and eggs, make profits. Light up, watching them candles, profits. While I'm still in my sand, making profits. See, me and Jim Cramer been talking mad money. Said today I'm taking a risk. They got the feds coming, but I got support here with me. I call a short squeeze. You get the drop, she pull the trigger, and abort these. If she stay on my watch list, I might have to wife her. But I know better. I'm a true trading group lifer. Call up the Wolf of Weed Street. It's time to flip some profits. Go ahead, be hawking. Get your spot here. I'll double top that in the head and shoulders. Hit them up with this resistance. Watch them roll over. Cause I see John Wicks in contract. If I say I make $1 million a day, well, that's a large cap. You moving average, that's why you get crossed. Get split, get delisted, and knocked off. And I'm setting the whole block off. I'm buying GameStop and selling them roadblocks off. Jump out of bed, big profits. eat my bacon and egg, make profits. Light up, watching them hand make profits. While I'm still in my same making profits. They used to watch me move them packets. Now I watch moves in the NASDAQ. Used to run from the ATF and them cops. Now I run down ETF. Hey, my family. Hey, go, what we doing, my man? Hey, make profits. Hey, Suge, Mike, what we doing, dog? Hey, make profits. Yo, Wolf, Professor, what we doing? Hey, make profits. That TTG money gang, hey, we some snipers.
Hey, yo, what's up, everybody? What's going on, folks? Welcome to the True Trading Group live stream. We are live as Meta earnings have just come out. They've just come across the board. Meta earnings are out. Ford earnings are out. And you are getting a wild after hours move right now on Meta. This market continues to be absolutely crazy. Earnings right now, guys, as they are coming across the board, Meta earnings, they missed on earnings per share. Earnings per share expectations were supposed to be $1.91. They came in at $1.64, but a sales beat. They actually beat on sales. 27.71 billion. The estimate was 27.53 billion. But here's where the markets did not like the news. Meta selling off now to fresh new lows on the year. That is a brand new low. 119 printing. 119's printing on Meta. It's because they lowered their guidance. The expectation for Q4 revenue was 32.31 billion. They are saying that they expect their revenue to come in between 30 and 32.5 billion. So slightly under the expectations for their guidance. Daily active users, 1.98 billion, up 3% year over year. Monthly active users, 2.96 billion. That's up 2% year over year. Meta stating, in the third quarter of 2022, ad impressions delivered across our family of apps increased by 17% year over year, and the average price per ad increased by 18% year over year. Meta has added, we are holding some teams flat in terms of headcount, shrinking others, and investing headcount growth only in our highest priorities. As a result, we expect headcount at the end of 2023 will be approximately in line with third quarter 2022 levels. That is a very long-winded way of saying that they're going to have the same amount of employees a year from now as they have now. Okay, total expense guidance is right in line with expectation. They're moving that guidance from 85 to 88 billion in expenses to 85 to 87 billion in expenses. So not really too much of an update there with regards to Meta. Folks, welcome to the True Trading Group live stream. Quick little intro. My name is Michael Edward, the former award-winning hedge fund trader, but now the current head trader at True Trading Group. We are live right here for you guys during this earnings session. We've got Meta, Ford, TDOC, all are out. If you guys are ready to learn, trade, and profit for real, you've come to not just the right place. You guys have come to the place. 6 days a week, I do this Sunday through Friday. We go live right here on this YouTube channel. I give you guys where myself, other TTG Pro traders, and special guests will drop golden nuggets and give you free lessons and education that can help you become better traders immediately. So why should you guys listen to anything that I talk about? And why should you listen to any of my analysis on these lives? Guys, I didn't figure this stuff out on my own. Been doing this for about 17 years. Began my career working at a hedge fund in New York City. And then 2008 happened, and that was the Great Recession and stock market crash. But also the same year, I received one of the firm's Trader of the Year awards. And now, along with my team of 9 other professional trading mods and an over 20-person staff, we've helped thousands of people from all over the world, from all walks of life, learn to trade and profit consistently. Because of that, we are the fastest growing and highest rated premium online trading educational platform that combines university level trading and investing curriculum, courses, premium stock market tools, workshops, and mentorship for stocks, options, crypto futures, for all styles of trading, day trading, swing trading, and also, yes, long-term investing. We combine that university level of education, the same stuff I learned working at the fund in New York. We pair that with about $5,000 worth of premium stock market tools that successful traders and professional traders use that helps them make better decisions. We give you access to those same tools for no additional cost whatsoever. You also get access to 10,000 of the TTG family members, the most successful, most educated, supportive, and helpful community of traders that you are ever going to find. And we've been able to maintain a cumulative win rate now going on just around 80% now for the last 2 years at True Trading Group. So again, if you guys are new to this channel, make sure you subscribe, smash that like button as we're going to dive into this earnings analysis, and then make sure you turn on your notifications. You never want to miss out on any of the live streams that we have for you guys here on the YouTube channel. So let's get back over to Meta. We've got Meta's out. You got TeleDoc is out. You got Ford is out. So let's break things down. So Meta initially on the back of that earnings number coming out, on the back of the earnings number, you actually got a big spike to the upside. You got a big spike to the upside on Meta at first. The stock went from 130 all the way to 143. So the initial reaction from the algos once the earnings came out was to spike this thing all the way up to 143 and then bang, dropped right back down to 120. Those are fresh new lows on the year for Meta. Key levels of resistance that we want to focus on for Meta to see if Meta is going to continue to the downside. You are going to want to see, does Meta hold underneath this previous October low? That's your prior low of the year. Okay, that's your prior low of the year. We are now underneath it. That's a level that we're going to keep on our screens for tomorrow. And if Meta cannot get back over that level tomorrow, we'll look to see if there's going to be a little more downside. You are in a major level of support for Meta. I want everybody to understand, okay, that this level down here in the low 120s is a big support zone. If you look back to the left, and we go all the way back to the end of 2018. Yes, the end of 2018. That was a support level for Meta. Meta is back to the lows of 2018 to give you an idea of the type of price destruction that you've seen. The stock is down about 62%, 64, 65% year to date. That is a big time decline in Meta, and it does not seem like that selling pressure is easing up here anytime soon. I have to break things out to a weekly chart to go over where your next support level lies if you cannot hold that 2018 low. So there's that 2018 low. We're going down to a weekly chart now. You have to go all the way down to your next level that I see, and that's going to be around 112. And you have to go all the way back to 2016, folks. You have to go back to 2016 to find the last time that Meta was trading at $112. So that's going to be kind of that next level of support for Meta. It seems like Meta has clearly broken those low 120s. We're now trading 119.50. As we go back to just kind of an intraday chart here to a 3-minute chart, you guys can see here's that previous low, right? I drew that line right across on those previous lows of the year. You can see we cracked it, and now we are consolidating underneath it. If Meta stays underneath this 123 to 125 zone, you look for more downside tomorrow to take you back down to that 112 area. All right, so there is Meta trading to the downside following their earnings announcement, where there is not a major disappointment, but clearly a disappointment, not as bad as maybe some of the others that you saw, but or previous earnings announcements from Meta, because they've just been a disappointment after disappointment after disappointment all year. Some of the other earnings were bigger disappointments, down a little bit more. Stock's down 13% now. It's been down more than that on other earnings announcements, but still, nonetheless, down 13%. Not pretty for Meta. All right. Other companies that have come out here with earnings. Others that have come out with earnings. Let's hit on Ford. The stock is flat right now, but Ford, this is another big important earnings. Okay, so let's go over here. Let's talk about Ford. Ford missed on earnings per share, but they crushed sales. So earnings per share was 30 cents. The expectation was 32 cents, but they crushed on sales. Major beat on sales. $39.4 billion in sales. The expectation was $36 billion. They raised full year adjusted free cash flow guidance from, wow, this is a huge raise for cash flow guidance. Cash flow guidance was going to be 5.5 to 6.5 billion. They are raising their expectations for full year adjusted free cash flow to $9.5 to $10 billion in free cash flow. That, my friends, is a fantastic amount of free cash flow. The company announces that they're also resuming a modest share repurchase program to offset the dilutive effect of the stock-based compensation. Directors have approved the repurchase of up to 35 million shares over time for their share buyback program. So I don't see anything negative coming out of these Ford earnings. Maybe just kind of, I'm surprised that the stock is not actually trading a little bit to the upside. The stock is flat right now, but those earnings coming out of Ford, folks, are pretty damn sexy. If you go take a look at the daily chart, we go and take a look at the daily chart. You do have some resistance up here as you're coming up on the 150-day moving averages. So you do have some of that resistance there for Ford, but that's a good beat. That's a good beat for Ford. And I got to tell you, I love Ford down at this $11 level. There's a fantastic area of support down there for Ford. And with those earnings and those numbers that just came out and that adjusted free cash flow, I think that's a strong earnings report. Now we got to touch on TDOC, which is actually trading to the upside. They beat on earnings per share. The expectation was negative 55 cents. It was negative 45 cents, and they beat on sales as well. Sales came in at $611.4 million. The expectation was $608.7 million. So a slight beat there. That was for Q3. And then Q4, they see earnings per share being, that's a wide range, negative 40 cents to negative 10 cents. That's a wide range for earnings per share. The expectation is 0.26, which falls right in line with the expectation. And then they see Q4 sales, 625 million to 640 million versus expectations of 637. So pretty much right in line with expectations, guys. I don't see there's not really a huge beat or a huge miss there on TDOC. It really falls right in line with expectations from a sales standpoint, earnings per share, and then also their guidance for Q4 is really right in line with the expectations, and their full year guidance is right in line with expectations as well. Full year expectations, 2.4 billion. They are saying 2.395 to 2.41. That's exactly what their full year expectations were. So kind of nothing really too crazy there on TDOC. All right, and that stock is giving you a little bit of a boost to the upside. This is another one of those names, another, one of those like Kathy Wood darlings that's been absolutely gutted this year. The stock has been pulverized. And you have a very big resistance level that I want to just touch upon with you guys right now as we're doing this live. I want to touch upon this level at 28.5. This level at 28.5, I draw a line across that level on my daily chart. Now, it does not take, an experienced chartist to see that you had a really, really big level of support here at that 28.5, right? You can see support, 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 support. We cracked that level in September. And now let's zoom in once you cracked it and then look at that resistance there at 28.5. And now look at that resistance. We're still trading underneath it. Because of the earnings, you just had that quick spike through that level off the earnings print and the algo reaction, but now we're trading right at it. You also have this blue line on my screen, which is the 50-day moving average. Tough level of resistance there for TDOC, which you're going to want to see. If anybody, I'm most likely not going to be trading TDOC tomorrow. It's not typically a stock, that I do trade, TDOC. But if those of you are looking for trades, I look for gap ups above 28.50. If the stock gaps above 28.50 tomorrow, you're going to want to look for that thing to possibly give you a pullback entry in front of 28.50. Wow, Meta is melting. Meta is melting, folks. 114 now. Those are fresh new lows. You are fast approaching that 112 level. Okay, so we talked about this when the earnings came out. We said if you can't get back above that level, that line that we drew on the screen, which was that previous low, that your next stop is going to be down there around 112, and we are already down to 113.50. So that's 113.50. Fresh new lows on the year for Meta. The stock is down another 17% as this thing is just completely cratering. So once you get down to 112, that's an area. Underneath 112, your next level is going to be around, it looks like 107 to 108. You got to go all the way back to 2016 to find these support levels, guys. You got to go all the way back to 2016 to find these levels. So maybe, listen, I'm going to trade this tomorrow. I have every intention on probably continuing to short Meta tomorrow. I would look for, hopefully between today and tomorrow's open, we can get a bounce back in Meta, because if Meta can give me a bounce back, I would love to short Meta up in this region if I do get a bounce back up to that price. But right now, very high volume sell-off after hours for Meta. ServiceNow is out with a big beat on ServiceNow. That's ticker symbol NOW. Big move to the upside on ServiceNow. And I'm trying to actually see what the catalyst is for this, because it's a beat on earnings per share, but it's a miss on sales. It's a miss on sales, but it's not a huge miss on sales. So earnings per share came in much better, $1.96 versus $1.85. But the sales number was $1.83 billion, and the expectation was $1.85 billion. So, I'll let you guys know what else I see here coming out of their earnings numbers. I love this move here on ServiceNow off of this level of like the mid 300s. The mid 300s is a beautiful support level for ServiceNow. And let's draw this out on the daily chart. You go out on the daily chart, you draw a line across, call it 350, right? You go all the way back to the left. See that resistance there in the beginning of 2020? And then once you cracked above that level after the COVID crash, then you got the rally, and you can see how it became support. Now you've dropped back down into this zone, and you can see this level has now become a new level of support. And now with earnings, you get this nice big gap up to 404. Stock trading now up 7% on the day after the earnings print comes out there for ServiceNow. All right, so that's a really nice, strong earnings beat. I like the support level down there in the 350s. That's a nice zone. My trading game plan for ServiceNow would be, if there are pullbacks to the mid 380s, you can look for the mid 380s to be a level of support. Where do I get the mid 380s level from? We look back. I'm on a 15-minute chart right now, and you guys can see previous structure resistance on the 10th. And then also, that was your high of the day today. And now we are clearly above it. So tomorrow, we can look for possible trades on ServiceNow back here in the 380s to see if there can be more upside. And I would say next resistance level is actually right where the stock currently sits, which is 405. All right, so stock right where the stock currently sits at 405. And that is going to be kind of the breakdown there for ServiceNow. But a beautiful job of finding support in those mid 350s, and at trying to find its footing down there at that 112, 113. Would be very interesting to see if that stock just breaks underneath that 112 level. I mean, man, you break underneath that 112 level, and you're getting back to prices that you haven't seen in this stock in 6 years. Imagine that. Imagine that 6 years of gains evaporated in the course of 10 months. Pretty wild when you think about it. But Facebook has headwinds. Facebook has, everything is just the negative piles up on Meta. You take a look at all the headwinds. It's, ever since Apple changed their platform, Meta's had a hard time tracking with their ads. It was a major blow for Meta. At the same time, you have TikTok just took the world by storm and is now taking up, social media views, and it's getting the younger crowd in, and people are on TikTok more than they're on Facebook, and Facebook is starting to become kind of an older demographic, and TikTok is the new and the young demographic. So there's challenges there. There's challenges with how to monetize some of the other platforms like Reels and Instagram. They're having a hard time fully monetizing that. Is this a good place to add for long-term portfolio for Meta? I mean, listen, I just don't think that there is, necessarily a reason for you to be in a rush to add to Meta, because I believe that Meta is going to underperform for the next couple of years as opposed to its other tech cousins while they go through their transition. I am not willing to bet against Meta. So let me say that very, very straightforward. I'm not willing to bet against Mark Zuckerberg and Meta. But what I think that you have here with Meta is the company that is going through a transition. Just like Alphabet went through a transition in 2013, just like Microsoft went through a transition many years ago. When these companies get to like their max growth of their original business models, they then shift focus and grow into other areas of business. That is what Meta is doing. Now, I do believe that Meta will be successful in that transition, but it's going to take an obscene amount of money to fund that transition, and it's going to take time to go through that transition. So I do not expect Meta to go right back into the 300s a year from now. If that's what you're expecting to happen from Meta, I think your expectations are completely out of whack. And this is a stock that I think underperforms for maybe even the next 2 to 3 years. But I think go down into the future, and I believe that Meta regains its glory days of being one of the tech darlings and being at the forefront of innovation and the technology that they do have. Do not forget, they still have 3 billion users on their platform. Now, their growth has slowed. They've got other competition, but they're still making an obscene amount of money. They still have half of the planet on their platform, and they're going through a transition. I believe that they will be successful in that transition. All right. So I will be adding Meta in my long-term portfolio. I'm just not myself in a rush to do so, because I think you're going to have plenty of opportunities between literally right now and probably over the next 1 to 2 years to just little by little build your position in Meta if you believe in the metaverse and if you believe in that transition of the business. But you have to have a long-term vision of at least 5 years if that's going to be your thought process. If you're buying Meta right now at 115 because you think it's going to go back to 300 in a year, I think that's the wrong reason to buy it. So I think that Meta is getting to a point where at some point, the selling will be done, and there'll be no one left that wants to sell the stock, and the stock will probably just put in a base and it'll just start to trade sideways. And when that actually starts to happen and there's no more negative news and the stock just trades sideways and nobody wants it, that's when you'll be able to have plenty of time to just little by little every month or every year, if you want to just put a little bit of money into it to build a position for the long haul, that's what you can do. But this is very similar. A lot of people gave up on Microsoft when Microsoft went through their transition. And now look at what Microsoft has done for shareholders over the last 10 years. It's one of the biggest gaining percentage gains in the NASDAQ that people have seen over the last 10 years. The same thing goes for Alphabet. Alphabet went through a transition. Microsoft went through a transition. And those companies are way bigger than they were before the transition. And Meta has that type of potential as well. Mike, is Google at under 100 good for the long term? I believe so. Alphabet, Google is under 100. It's at $95. This is absolutely a stock that I want, that I'm going to be adding in my long-term portfolio. But there is room to the downside here. There is room to the downside. The concern with Alphabet is a recession, because when you have a recession, digital advertising spend is one of the first thing that gets cut amongst companies, and people will spend less on advertising. And that is where the concern really lies with Alphabet. You also had, with their earnings, their YouTube ad revenue was missed on expectations. Their search revenue, they've got It's really the advertising platform is the concern there with Alphabet. But that's okay, because the recessionary environment is not one that's going to last. So if you're going to go into the recession next year and Alphabet comes back down to a cheaper price and a cheaper multiple, I have no problem stepping in and buying Alphabet. I think Alphabet is a buy anywhere between $85 and $95. I think that $10 window, I think are good prices. I think are good prices for Alphabet. I would love to be a buyer at 86 if we can get down there. I really would love to be I would love to get my hands on this thing like 85 to 90. If I can get my hands on Alphabet 85 to 90, I'm absolutely a buyer in my long-term portfolio. I've owned Google or Alphabet for many, many years, and I sold out of the bulk of my position in September and October of last year up here. So that's where I sold out of the bulk of my position on Alphabet. I still hold some, but I took the chunk out right there last year. I would love nothing more than to buy Alphabet right there in my long-term portfolio. I would do that all day long. All right. I would do that all day long. All right. That's a huge support level. Where do I get that support level from? If we go back and look back here to the left, and you guys will see from 2020, there's that high from 2020. We then broke above it in the end of 2020. And then you guys can see that level started to act as a beautiful level of support. I mean, you see how much consolidation there was at that level before the stock eventually started to make the big rally. That was 2021. So I would love to own this stock down there around 85, 86. All right. Would love to own it down there around 85, 86. Let's do a quick check back in there on Meta. Yep, 115. You can see we're trying to stabilize right at that price. So it looks like, we just talked about that support level for Meta once the earnings came out. It looks like we're trying to stabilize here. I see I still think that stock probably goes lower. I'm not sure why the pop on semiconductors. I got to see. I'm not sure, guys. I don't necessarily see. I'm checking right now. I don't see any news here on semis. Unless, did we get an earnings announcement from another semiconductor? I'm not sure what the move higher here in these semiconductor names. Oh, was it Wolf? Is that what it was? No, Wolf speed's to the downside. So I'm not sure Wolf was to the downside. So Wolf speed is a semiconductor, but they're trading to the downside, guys, after their earnings. Black, KLAC. Yeah, okay, maybe. I mean, that's not a very large name, but it's a semiconductor. They just came out with earnings. Stock's not really reacting all that much, and the volume is very, very light. But they did beat 7.06 earnings per share versus 6.24. Sales, 2.72 billion versus 2.61 billion expectations. So there's a beat there on Clack. Trading to the downside on Wolf, but NVIDIA to the upside. I mean, that's a nice change of pace. These semiconductors have been gotten gutted. And what I like here about these stocks, keep these stocks on watch for tomorrow, guys, because I want to show you this level. I want to show you this level on AMD. So if you draw a line across $60 on AMD, and you take a look at this, you guys see that resistance at $60 on AMD? All right, you guys see that? We broke above that today. You see how we broke above that today? And then now you're trying to hold above it. a successful test of that 60 and then a hold like you're seeing right now, the stock trading back up here to 61, back up here to 61, that's a good sign. So if AMD stays above 60, we may look for this for a long tomorrow. Let all the tech stocks get flushed out right now with Meta, Alphabet, Microsoft. Let them flush out. But this could be a long for us tomorrow on the back of NVIDIA moving to the upside and AMD still above 60. Just draw a line across 60. If that level holds support tomorrow, that could be a stock you guys might see me getting long tomorrow. And then we'll come on tomorrow afternoon when we're going to talk about Apple and Amazon earnings, and we'll have maybe a home run trade for us to recap there for AMD. Barry Allen, thank you for the Meet Kevin membership. Do people actually make money from TTG? Been hearing about you. Absolutely. Well, listen, Barry, welcome. Welcome. It's our pleasure to give you guys the membership to Meet Kevin's YouTube channel. There's a bunch of other people that are here joining us from Meet Kevin. There's a bunch of other people here joining us from Trader TV Live.
Yeah, we are not affiliated with Meet Kevin. We just spam the channel with memberships for advertisement. Because it's awesome and funny.
Yes.
Okay, that's all.
Okay. Yeah, we're not affiliated with Meet Kevin, but Adam was giving away free memberships to Meet Kevin's YouTube channel. So if you guys are here from that, welcome. So we are affiliated, though, with Trader TV Live. So if you guys are here from Trader TV Live, welcome all of you that are joining us here on the live stream. To answer your question, are people making money from TTG? The answer is undoubtedly yes. All right. And I'll just prove that to you, Barry. And if there's anybody else that's new to the channel, if you guys have been hearing about True Trading Group and you want to know more, I'll just ask a question. Members specifically, members of True Trading Group. If you are a member of TTG, are you making money and becoming better traders because of True Trading Group? If that answer is yes, I would love for you to type the $ in chat right now. So again, just type the $ in chat if you guys are making money and you are becoming better traders because of the TTG platform. Type the $. Barry Allen and anybody else that is curious, just pay attention to how many people type the $ in chat. These are your peers. These are people that are just like you. They found True Trading Group same way, a live stream. They've got the same excuses that you have. They've got small accounts. They've got full-time jobs. They've lost money in the market before. They've been scammed by other groups. They've got no experience, but yet now here they are typing the $ telling you that they're making money and that they're becoming better traders thanks to True Trading Group. And I think it's always better for me to ask members themselves. I think it's always better for you guys to ask members themselves than just me answer those questions for you, right? Because I can say, what my words don't necessarily mean all that much. I get that. And I think it's always better for members to answer that question for you guys. So absolutely, undoubtedly, yes, you guys have members that are making money in True Trading Group. Oh, we have to welcome Jackson. Jackson just joined the TTG family. Everybody welcome Jackson, newest member of the group. Jackson, welcome. We have some laptops for this evening. We now have 10 of them. We had 11. We now have, if Jackson just took one, that's 10. So we got 10 of those laptops remaining available here this evening. So Jackson, welcome to the family. Guys, here's the deal. I'll just kind of run through this for one moment. Since Jackson just grabbed one, I see some couple people asking about how to join. I'm going to spend 3 minutes, 5 minutes. I'll tell you guys about how you can join the membership. There are 2 different options available for you guys. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to tell you how you guys can join. Okay, I'll tell you guys how you can join, and then we're going to get back into the rest of earnings, and we'll go over the game plan that I have for tomorrow, because now that these earnings are out, I have a very specific game plan on what I plan on doing tomorrow during the market session before Apple and Amazon report earnings tomorrow after the bell. All right, so far it's been all disappointments on mega cap tech yesterday and then today, and now tomorrow it's up to Apple and Amazon to potentially save the day. So let me tell you guys real quick how you can join, and then we're going to get into that. The membership at True Trading Group, it's normally $2,212. If you were to go to the website directly on your own, don't worry. You guys are here on this live stream. You're dedicated, you're motivated, you're trying to learn how to make money. And because of that, we're going to give you that coupon code of TTG121. You enter that coupon code when you go to ttgoffer.com, enter the code TTG121, click apply code. The price will drop to just $1,142. $1,142. That is a 48% discount on the membership. The next 10 people to do so will get a brand new free laptop. It's going to either be an Asus, Acer, HP, Dell, or Lenovo laptop. It's totally free. We cover the shipping. We ship anywhere in the world. As long as you live on planet Earth, we're going to get you that brand new free laptop. If you're one of the next 10 people to go to ttgoffer.com, you'll see the laptop in the checkout cart. As long as you do, that's how you know you're getting one of the 10 that are available. Once the 10 are sold out, that laptop will not be there anymore when you go to ttgoffer.com. So open up a web browser right now, enter that coupon code, and you guys will be good to go. You do not need to enter your address to get the free laptop. You'll get a welcome email with instructions how to claim the laptop after you guys subscribe. If anybody has questions about the membership, you can send a text message to 786-505-4049. That phone number is at the bottom of the screen. If you have any questions at all about the membership, or if you are a current trial, previous or previous annual member, and you guys want to come back and take advantage of this offer, you send a text message to that phone number right there on the screen, because we have to whitelist your email address. There is another option available for those that want to join. If you would like to save a little bit of cash and you do not want the free laptop, if you do not want the free laptop and instead you'd rather just pay a flat fee of $1,000 for the entire year, there's no upsells for any of our courses. There are no upsells for any of our tools. There's no additional charges for that stuff. So if you want to pay just a flat $1,000 for the year, send a text message to 786-505-4221. Different phone number. Pay attention. 786-505-4221. Yes, yesterday we had 7 laptops available. We sold out. We were able to get our hands on 11 more. We have relationships with 3 different wholesalers for electronics. We try our hardest to get as many of these electronics on our hands as we possibly can to give them to True Trading Group members when they join, so they have a wonderful, beautiful, new, clean, fast laptop that they can trade with or use it for work, give it to your kid for school, sell it on eBay for a few $100. I don't care what you do with it. It's our gift to you guys for joining the family. We get great discount prices from these wholesalers because we do buy in bulk. I wish I can tell you that I can give them to you every single day, but that's not realistic because there are times where we go weeks at a time and cannot get our hands on any more of the laptops from our wholesalers. So depending on their inventory, that determines what we have available for you guys on these live streams. So if you guys want the free laptop, go to ttgoffer.com, enter the code TTG121. The price will be $1,142, and you get yourself the free laptop. If you don't want the laptop, you just want to pay $1,000, send a text to 786-505-4221. When you guys join TTG, you have to understand that you're joining the Netflix of trading communities. We're 5-star rated on Trustpilot with over 1,780 reviews. You pay one price, either the $1,142 or the $1,000. The choice is yours, laptop or no laptop. You guys have that choice here today. But there's no upsells for courses or tools. You're going to get the entire 18-course curriculum, which is a simplified and expanded upon version of what I learned working at the fund in New York, as well as the 9 other professional trading mods that True Trading Group have added and expanded on the courses and the educational teachings that are in that curriculum. You get Benzinga Pro's real-time news feed. You get Quote Media's full book level 2. You get TradingView's premium charting software. You get the Trade Ideas scanner. You get ET&A's simulator that lets you trade stocks and options with fake money so you can practice. Our own proprietary scanner that will let you create custom scans. Access to our chat room, of course, and our mobile app where you guys can see the screen share, listen to the audio analysis, and get real-time push notifications whenever moderators enter and exit trades. Don't forget, we've been able to sport a cumulative win rate amongst myself and the 9 mods of just around 80% now going on the last 2 years. We do live workshops daily. You get 2 private study group sessions with one of our pro traders to speed up your learning curve and get your questions answered. And we do a bunch of fun giveaways with members as well. Why? Because we like doing it. They like doing it. It's a lot of fun. And we like including our members in everything we do at True Trading Group. That's everything that you get for either the $1,000 or the $1,142. The choice is yours. So again, go to ttgoffer.com, enter the code TTG121 if you want the free laptop and the 48% discount. If you don't want a laptop and you'd rather just pay $1,000, send a text to 786-505-4221. And anybody that joins here this evening will also be getting access to our double your money back guarantee. I stand behind this platform. I did not stutter. We offer a double your money back guarantee at True Trading Group because I see the results that members have. And I believe that if you put forth just a little effort, I am confident in our platform's ability to help you guys reach your goals. The deal is quite simple. You have 12 months, the entire length of your membership. You don't have to do all this in 30 days. You have 12 months. Go at your own pace, on your own schedule, on your own time. Just complete our courses, pass our quizzes, and attend one study group. If you do those three things and still are unable to make back your membership fee at least once, I will give you double your money back. So if you pay $11.42 today to get the laptop, if you don't make back $11.42 at least once, I'll give you $2,284. If you choose not to get the laptop and you pay $1,000, if you don't make back $1,000 at least once, I'll give you back $2,000. That's the deal. Scuba Steve goes, I joined a few days ago. Everyone is super nice. I can't wait to finish the courses and training. Hell yes. Hell yes. Beautiful. Rooster says, the laptop is really nice, guys. I'm on it right now. Thank you, TTG. Yeah, guys, the laptop, it's going to either be an Asus, Acer, Dell, Lenovo, or HP laptop. We ship anywhere in the world. We cover the shipping. It's just our gift to you. We get the discounted prices from the wholesalers. So we figure it's a nice gift for people that join the True Trading Group family and make sure that you guys are trading with something that's new and is not, always crashing, is slow, or has a virus on it or something like that. So we figured it was a nice gift to give to our members when they join the TTG family. So the next 10 people that do join with that coupon code will get the free laptop. Otherwise, you can send a text to 786-505-4221 if you guys want the $1,000 price point without the laptop. All right. So there we have it, folks. There we have it. All right, guys. So let's do a quick check back in right now on Meta. Meta is still getting pulverized, guys. Meta is still getting pulverized. We are now fresh new lows, 112.70. So let's go back. There it is. So there's Meta. So here we're sitting on this level, fresh new low, 112.52 is your fresh new low on Meta. I'm surprised how low this stock has gone. I really am. And it doesn't even seem like there's any buying pressure that's down here at this 112, 113. You don't really see, the stock is just kind of being lazy, just kind of drifting to the downside. Not really too much movement there to the upside. Let me do a quick check in on some of the other names. ServiceNow is still holding up. Teladoc is still holding up. And Ford is actually rather quiet. Just down about 1.7%. So a small move there for Ford, but Meta down 18%, folks. Yes, Frank goes, it's getting clobbered. It is getting clobbered. So we're going to be looking on this thing. I really want it to bounce so I can short it. I want it to bounce so I can short it, but I don't want to be pounding this thing short tomorrow at like 112. I would so much rather, try to get this thing to bounce a bit back up towards 120 or 118. And then I can try to get short and then go back down to 112. And then if it breaks that, you're looking at like 108, 107 before you start to find support levels from 2016. What a difference a day can make, right? You guys go back just 2 days ago when the markets were ripping. Everybody was excited that Meta was actually moving to the upside. I mean, Meta was at $138, and now it's all the way down at 113. All the way down at 113. So we're going to stay on these names for the short, guys. It's all of them. I'm not looking for longs really on, Microsoft, that's support at 230, but The weaker ones are Alphabet is the weaker one, and Meta. And I'm just going to keep trying to play these things short. I'm just going to short rallies on them. They have not participated in the rally that we've had in the overall markets. If you take a look at where Alphabet is, obviously fresh new low of the year, where Meta is, fresh new low of the year. What an ugly candle that is. My goodness. But you take a look at the SPY. I mean, the SPY has had one hell of a move off of the low of the year. So you can see the difference in relative strength and relative weakness. Recognize that. Right? Recognize that. So there's your relative strength, or relative weakness rather, on Alphabet, and relative weakness on Meta. So just stay on those short. Right? Guys, we're going to go ahead. We're going to do this giveaway real quick. We've got a giveaway for TTG members. We're giving away, what is it, Adam? 4 people. We're giving away $500 to 4 people. We do this, it's just a lot of fun for TTG members. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to do this giveaway. We're going to have 4 people have a chance at winning $500. All right. Hope you guys followed instructions. Hope you follow instructions. We're going to spin the wheel 4 times. Let's see who our winners are. Helmster, congratulations, Helmster. You've got a shot at $500. Follow directions. You got 5 minutes. Helmster, you've got 5 minutes to follow the instructions from the registration for the giveaway. Next up, Papa Wrench, congratulations. You've got 5 minutes. Papa Wrench, congratulations. 2 more to go, folks. Houston Mermaid, congratulations, Houston Mermaid. And last but not least, King, congratulations, King. The clock has started. You all have 5 minutes to complete the tasks in the instructions when you signed up for that giveaway. Congratulations to those 4 potential winners. Now it's time to claim that $500 if you followed instructions. What I want to do now, folks, is kind of take a minute and see if anybody has questions. If anybody has questions for me about the earnings that have come out so far, or about the overall markets, or about anything that's been going on. It's another green day for us inside of True Trading Group, guys. We are absolutely red hot on fire. Some of the trading that we have been seeing over the last 2 weeks, we have not missed. Guys, I haven't had a red day in weeks. I can't tell you. I don't even know what my last red trade it was. We've just been red hot, and we did it again today. We made money today again in Coinbase, and that was about a 20 to 30% gain for people that followed on the option trade. I traded the stock itself, but that was another big winner. You had our other moderators in True Trading. There's 9 other professional traders that are in True Trading Group. Guys, Helmster is confirmed. Helmster just won the $500. Helmster just confirmed he completed the tasks, and Meta just broke underneath 112. 111.90 now on Meta. Meta just breaking underneath. Just breaking underneath 112. How do you short Meta when it's lower than 10%? A global. All the 10% down means is you can't short it on a downtick. You can still short it. You just have to short on an uptick. So when a stock's down more than 10% in a day, you cannot short. You can't hit the bid to get short. You have to put an offer. So you have to get short on an uptick, right? You have to get short on an uptick, but you can still short it. But yeah, guys, look, we've been red hot, and I'm not trying to pretend like we don't have red trades. We do obviously have red trades, and I have red days, and when I do have red trades and red days, we come on these live streams and we talk about them just as much as we talk about the green days as well. We've just been riding a heater right now, honestly. The trading that's been going on between the moderators and myself is just insane. It's been swing trades, it's been day trades, it's been stocks, it's been options. It's been high volatility. It's been low volatility. It's been, multi-leg option strategies, single leg option strategies, small caps. It's been mid caps. It's been large caps. It's been everything. It's been ETFs. It's been commodities. I mean, it's just unbelievable, the trading that we've been seeing inside of the TTG chat room. And you guys can verify all of our trading history. We actually have a trader history section on our website where the moderators load from their brokerage accounts all of their trade executions onto our website so everybody can see every single buy and every single sell that our moderators make. You guys have access to on the website under the trader history tab, so you guys can see exactly all the wins and all the losses. But so in the last 2 weeks, you're going to be hard pressed to find some losses in there. We've been, like I said, we've been riding a heater. We're going to try to keep that momentum going for as long as we can. So I'll open things up. We'll take a couple of questions from people. We'll see what's on your mind. If there's anything that you guys, 2-minute warning. 2-minute warning. King, I'm sorry, King. You sent to the wrong email. King, you sent to the wrong email. I'm sorry, King, but you are disqualified. You sent to the wrong email. King, I am sorry. 2-minute warning. The only person to claim that $500 is Helmster. We're still waiting on Houston Mermaid. And I forgot the other username, but we're still waiting on 2 others. Yes, way to go, Glenn. Glenn Snodgrass, my man, goes, Mike, absolutely. The last 7 days have been green by following your ideas and others. Yes. Yes. Beautiful. All right, guys, so go ahead and ask me some questions. We'll open the floor up for kind of a blanket, open floor Q&A. I know, right? We're going to be doing this giveaway forever until people get it right. But 2-minute warning, there's still 2 out there. So guys, go ahead right now. Type your questions in chat. What's on your mind? Ask me. What's on your mind? You got all these earnings are out. Today's a quieter earnings day. Tomorrow's a huge day for earnings. Tomorrow's going to be Apple and Amazon, and we will be live again tomorrow at the close. We'll be live again to go over Amazon and Apple's earnings. Those are going to be huge. Okay, those are going to be huge. And there's new lows, 111.50 now for Meta. Oof, Meta is now beneath 112, folks. We are now beneath 112. All right, folks. So like I said, type your questions in chat. There's no such thing as a stupid question. No such thing as a silly question. Asking questions is how you learn. That is how we learn, right? That's why you're here. You're here to learn. You're not here just to watch other people make money. You're here to learn how you can make money. So that's what it really is all about, folks. So don't be shy. Now's your chance. Ask me whatever's on your mind. Type your questions in chat now. And then we'll grab some questions and we'll throw them up on the screen when I answer them. Is the window for a Santa Claus rally diminishing? Not at all. I've gone over this so many times on this live stream. We will go over it again. A Santa Claus rally is from around Thanksgiving until New Year's Eve. That's the Santa Claus rally. It's not even Halloween yet. It's not even Halloween yet. So, my thoughts were, and I said this, I made this call back in August, where back in August I said, we did a series of live streams in the middle of August when the SPY made that rally in August. And it was right in the middle of August. It was the 15th, 16th, and 17th. If you go back and watch our live streams during this time period right here, we did a series of live streams on this YouTube channel called Buyer Beware. We got to welcome Helen, folks. Helen is the newest member of the group, and Helen grabbed the laptop. So that means we're down to 9. Okay, we're down to 9 laptops now. Helen just grabbed one. Everybody welcome Helen to the group. Okay, welcome Helen to the group.
Welcome, Helen. Helen, you look like a Helen. From Tommy Boy.
Oh, Adam.
You want to hear an interesting fact about Helen?
I would love to hear an interesting fact. You know Helen? I would love to hear about this.
You know Helen, too.
Oh, okay. Who's Helen?
I'm going to show you. Check your Telegram real quick.
Oh, you're making me work for it. All right, hold on. Okay. That is pretty crazy. Helen, welcome to the family.
I feel like Helen should get a free Trader Palooza.
I feel like she should too.
Yeah, Helen, I'm giving you a free Trader Palooza.
I think Helen deserves a free Trader Palooza.
Mike and I owe Helen a free Trader Palooza.
We do. Helen, it's my pleasure to welcome you to the family and to give you a free ticket for Trader Palooza. Wait, is that you? Genesis Community Counseling? Is that Helen?
Yeah.
Oh, Helen. Yes. Okay. Because Helen, you were, I think, I called your name out on the live stream. I think it was just yesterday or 2 days ago. And you were like, oh, I'm saving up. Oh, Helen, I'm so excited to have you part of the team. Oh, that's fantastic, Helen. Well, Helen, if you don't know what Trader Palooza is, you've got a free ticket to it. Trader Palooza is this Saturday. It's an all day long, 12-hour virtual training workshop where the moderators and I host 1 hour long workshops every hour on the hour from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. Eastern time. And we cover different topics on each one of those workshops. The whole event is recorded, so you can watch it later, but only those people that purchase tickets. Well, Helen, you're getting a free one, but only people that purchase tickets will get the recording. Okay, but it's an all-day, 12-hour long training session. It is the most intensive training. I guarantee you are going to learn more in this one Trader Palooza session than you have probably learned in the entire last year of trading on your own. I'm excited for it. The mods are excited for it. Members, I hope you guys are excited for it. And Helen, I hope you're excited for it. And I hope you're excited to join the True Trading Group community. I look forward to working with you more closely, as do the rest of the mods and the 10,000 TTG family members that are welcoming you to the group.
See how many new members are here, Mike, real quick.
Yeah, guys, we have 1,200 people still watching us live here. If you're not a member of True Trading Group, do me a favor, folks. Type the letters TTG. Type the letters TTG if you are not a member of True Trading Group. I'd love to see how many people we have that are on the live stream here that are not members of True Trading Group. So just type TTG right now. I just want to see who we have here. Wow, Meta now under 111. And clobbered. Just type the letters TTG. Here we go. Let's see. Jonathan Wilson, Byron Bunn, what's up? Charlie, Sims, Hidden Gems, TC, Ricardo, Josh Jacobs, George Ryburn, Scotty G. Know this is Patrick, Muhammad.
We will know.
Death's Touch.
John Bianchi. Hang on, bro. I can't stand this anymore. John Bianchi, why won't you sign up, bro?
I think John used to be a member.
No, he wasn't.
No, never?
I don't think so. He's gonna Dave Norby me, bro. Dirty Cuban, I've given up on. Okay.
I've given up. Oh, there he is. I've given up on Dirty Cuban too. Dirty Cuban types TTG, also not a member of the TTG family.
Well,
JB. Were there any other questions that people wanted me to?
Not really.
No.
No, I'm trying to see if there's a. So, okay, here's a good question. How do you keep a winning streak going? That is, stop yourself from dipping into the well too many times. Wait, John Bianchi says, I've been diagnosed with a brain disease and can't afford it with my meds. Well, I'm sorry, man. Do you still trade?
I'm sorry, John. I hope you're doing okay, brother.
Yeah, for sure. All right, go ahead and answer that question, Mike.
I got to answer Ready Trader One's question about inflation up ready next, because I've actually seen Ready Trader One ask that question on like 4 live streams and we haven't gotten to it. So he keeps asking the exact same question. So we will talk about that. So how do you keep a winning streak going and avoid dipping back into the well too many times during a trading day? I am not the type of trader that makes 100 trades through the course of a day. Sometimes I only make 1 trade a day, because when you hit one, sometimes 1 is enough to kind of reach your daily goal or to reach, a dollar amount that you're happy and you're pleased with. A normal trading day for me is probably around 3 trades. That's probably a normal day. A busy day is 5 trades. A slow day would probably is 1 trade. But if that 1 trade that I make is a big winner, then I just sometimes like to just kind of, say, okay, well, I'm happy with my day. But
not only that, but it's a balance too, because you and all the rest of the mods have a lot of responsibility, in chat. So if you hit 1 or 2 great trades during the day early on, maybe it makes sense for you to be in chat and answer other questions and help other people out.
Yeah, no, that's true. I mean, the mods and I have responsibilities to our members, and we have thousands of people inside of our chat room, and they're asking questions, and we're providing commentary and giving them answers and guidance and insight and trade ideas. So yeah, I also do one-on-one mentor sessions with people during the trading day. So, but either way, for me, I'm not the type of trader that will just sit there and just buy, sell, buy, sell, buy, sell, buy, sell, buy, sell. That's just not my trading style. I like to get myself into like 1 or 2 trades, hold for a couple hours, and then take my profits. But how to keep that winning streak going and not allow yourself to kind of run and dip back into the well too many times is some things that I will tell people that overtrade is, once you reach a dollar amount that you're happy with, whatever that dollar amount is for you, I'll make up a number. Let's say $1,000. If you made $1,000 in a day and you're like, wow, this is a great dollar amount, or if the number is 200, if the number, it doesn't matter what the number, whatever your number is, whatever you'd be happy with. Once you reach that number, do yourself a favor and set a hard stop loss at 50%. So I'll use $1,000 just as the example. If you're happy with $1,000 and you find yourself, you're up $1,100 after you made 2 trades and you want to keep trading, set a hard stop loss at 500 on your P&L, which means you'll keep trading. But if you find where now you're only up $500 in a day, shut your computer off. You are done. Walk away, keep the $500, go do something else with your time. Another little tip that you can use is, if once you reach that level, that number that you're happy with, whatever that number is, if you want to keep trading, reduce your risk on the trades going forward to about 50%. So let's say if you're you're like, hey, I'm going to get into a trade and I'm going to risk $300, meaning if you're wrong and you get stopped out, you're going to lose $300. If that's the case, and let's say you get to a point, you're up $1,000, you're happy with your day and you want to keep trading, but only risk maybe 150 or 200. So this way, if you take 1 or 2 losing trades now, you're still up $600-700, still a good day for you that you're happy with. But if you keep hitting some winners, now instead of being up 1,100, you're up 1,500, and you're like, oh, and now you're just adding to your day. So these are ways you can protect your profit on a given day so that you don't give back a lot of the profits that you were able to accumulate in like the early trading session. And that's little tips you can use to kind of help keep your winning streak going. Yep, no problem. Great question. I'm happy to answer it. I'm glad that that explanation helped. Anybody else have questions about trading, about specific stocks, anything?
What do you think happens to Google tomorrow?
I'm just going to keep watching. I'm going to see if this thing really can't get back above. I'll draw it out. 95 and change. So you see this level? I'm on a 15-minute chart right now, just so people can see this a little easier. So here's what I'm watching. Yeah, and then right after this, we'll touch on Ready Trader's question. So you see that support level back there at 95 and change, and then you look at today's initial morning low, 95 and change. Now you're underneath this level. So you see how now you're underneath it? So my game plan for tomorrow is if the markets have a pullback day tomorrow, if Alphabet cannot get back above this level, if we cannot get back above this level, I'm just going to try to short it. I'll just try to short it and see if you get something that looks like this on Alphabet. Maybe you get another like $2 or so to the downside on Alphabet is what I would look for. If you can't get back over, it's like 95.50, right? So if you can't get back over like 95.50, then I would say, if you can't get back over 95.50, I would say that stock has a little bit more room to the downside. You're beneath key support there for Alphabet. You're beneath key support for Meta, and those are two of the weakest. Those are two of the weakest names that are out there in the tech space right now.
Yo, I'm gonna make everyone's life a lot easier.
Okay,
it's gonna be great. There's a lot of people asking about it. We still doing the $1,000 with no laptop. Before I give that out, what's going to make everyone's life easier? Somebody else just signed up with the laptop. Edward just signed up. Yep.
Edward, welcome to the family. Edward, welcome to the family. So now we are down to 8 laptops. We are down to now 8 laptops. Edward, welcome to the family. Welcome, Edward. So again, if you want the free laptop, there are 8 available. You can go to ttgoffer.com. You will enter the coupon code TTG121, click apply code. The price will drop to $1142. If you see a laptop inside of your checkout cart, folks, that's how you know you're getting one of the 8 laptops. All right. That's how you know you're getting one of the 8 laptops. If you do not.
Right. Sorry, go ahead. No. Don't tell them that part yet.
You're going to make it easier for them.
I'm going to make it easier. Joe, I don't know if you can hear me, but Joe, pull up the checkout page for a second, would you? All right. So here's what I'm going to do. I think this is going to work. And if it's not, I have Sammer with me to help me out.
Hey, Sammer. Yo. So guys, everyone say hi to Sammer. Sammer's our lead developer and the man responsible for all the amazing code.
Call him that, dog. He's our chief technology officer and a partner in True Trading Group. It's his company too.
All right, Sammer, I'm sorry. Sammer's our chief technology officer. He's our CTO. So he's the guy responsible for making sure all the amazing.
Why is Sammer always in the dark? I don't know why he sits like that.
I don't know why he sits in the dark. It blows my mind because this guy stares at code all day long in the dark. How you're not blind by now, Sammer, I don't understand how your eyes still work.
Yeah, there's something definitely wrong with you.
I don't understand how his eyes still work.
All right. But hang on a second.
Guys, AMD looks fantastic. I'm telling you guys, I like this for the long tomorrow. So let's see if tomorrow we can maybe get that stock over 62 and give us, you have at least room. I'd say we at least have room to like 64. But that if AMD is above $60 tomorrow morning, I'm probably going to be trying to get long AMD, and NVIDIA. I mean, I like what NVIDIA's got resistance up there at 137.
You got resistance up there.
I'd rather see NVIDIA maybe 132s, but it's nice to see a bounce on these semiconductor names, guys. AMD and NVIDIA are starting to move to the upside. We're going to watch those for trades tomorrow.
Mike, ask how many people in here, just so I know I'm not doing this for nothing, how many people in here would sign up now without the laptop for $1,000? Just have them type like one or something.
Guys, Adam's going to make this easy for people. If you want to sign up for just $1,000 flat without a laptop, again, there's no upsells for courses, tools. There's no additional charges for those things. If you would like to sign up, just type the number 1 in chat for the $1,000 with no laptop, just to make sure that Adam doesn't do whatever he's about to do to make it easier for people, to make sure he doesn't do it for nothing. Just type the number 1 if you're interested in that.
I definitely saw like 3 or 4 people that were. Well, either way, this will be easy. Try something different. Almost done. All right, well, keep talking to him, Michael.
Yeah, you're doing it right now on the.
Yeah.
Okay, guys. In the meantime, you guys can maybe ask me. I'm not sure what Adam's doing, but he's making it easier for you guys. Yeah, Meta still trading to the downside now. 110.36, new low. 110.36.
All right, I got it. Okay, so 2 choices. Okay, 2 choices here. I had it. Okay, perfect. So instead of having to send me a text message, here's what we'll do. I just created a new coupon code. This is only going to work for, for this evening till midnight is when it expires. And then we're done. We're not going to offer this like separately anymore. So here's what's going to happen. Go to ttgoffer.com. If you do not want the laptop, you're going to put in the coupon code TTGNE. That's TTG, N is in Nancy, E is in Edward, all one word. And then click apply code. You'll still see the laptop, but the code will let us know that you're not getting a laptop. All right? The code will let us know that you are not getting a laptop. Okay? So tonight, Mike.
Yep.
Okay. So tonight, you can go ahead and do $1,000 without a laptop or $1,142 with a laptop. The laptop is worth more than $142. So it's entirely up to you. Okay. And that's it. So you would just use either code. All right. You would just use either code. Maybe Mike wants to run through that again. I'm going to dip off the live stream.
All right. So TTGNE coupon code. All right, guys. So if you guys want to sign up for just the $1,000, you go to ttgoffer.com, enter the coupon code TTGNE. If you guys do want the laptop, you use coupon code TTG121. Okay, so again, $1,142 with a laptop, TTG121 coupon code. $1,000, no laptop, TTGNE coupon code. All right. So you guys can just go to ttgoffer.com, And then you can choose which coupon code you want to use, depending on if you want the laptop or not. All right. All right, guys. So I want to touch on the other question. And I do have some clarity on the move higher here on NVIDIA and AMD. I was just reading. It's actually part of Meta's earnings, where Meta is talking about a higher Meta CapEx view. So it looks like an increase in CapEx, and that could be for Metaverse. And that could be where you're getting the boost higher in NVIDIA, AMD, also Marvell, which is another semiconductor. These stocks are moving to the upside here. You can see Marvell. Oops, you guys stop sharing my screen. All right. So there's charts. So you guys can see Marvell back up here to the upside, right? So Marvell moving to the upside here after hours. Also NVIDIA moving to the upside after hours. AMD moving to the upside. This is not a real print. And AMD moving to the upside after hours. So you're getting moved to the upside here on the back of these semiconductor names because of the higher CapEx from Meta, and that's probably the part of the reason why Meta is getting clobbered, because that's exactly the opposite of what Meta shareholders wanted to see. They want Meta to slow down their spending on the metaverse. The CEO of Altimeter Capital, who that's a hedge fund, Brad Gershner, I believe, is, if I just pronounce his name correctly, CEO of Altimeter Capital, is a hedge fund that is long Meta, and he actually sent a letter to Mark Zuckerberg with suggestions about, you have to cut your headcount by 20%. You got to stop spending you got to reduce the spending on the metaverse by about $5 billion. And you just got CapEx spending increasing actually for metaverse. And that's part of the reason why Meta is getting destroyed. I wouldn't be surprised if Brad is actually finally exiting his position after the company just did exactly the opposite of what he asked them to do, as the stock is now just broken 110. But that's the reason why you're getting the move higher on these semiconductor names that make the chips that would be used in metaverse products like NVIDIA and AMD, Marvell, et cetera. Those stocks moving to the upside because of that. So there's your catalyst. Okay, there's your catalyst. All right, so I wanted to clarify that with regards to the overall market, or with regard to the semiconductors, why AMD and NVIDIA were moving to the upside. All right. So there you guys have that. Also, Ready Trader One's question was, how could inflation come down meaningfully if it's a high demand season? High demand season meaning they're talking about holiday season, and consumers are going to be spending a lot of money during the holidays, and you always see consumer demand increases because people are buying gifts and they're spending money on the holidays. So that's that person's question. And the answer to your question is that all you are talking about is retail spending. It's all you're talking about. Okay, so yes, demand is high during the holidays because of retail, right? People go and they buy clothes, they buy electronics, they buy gifts for people. It's retail. Retail is not, there's so many pieces that factor into inflation, like energy, like healthcare, like rent and housing prices, car sales and car prices. There's a lot of different things that factor into the price of inflation. And you have seen a lot of different areas of inflation roll over and start to move to the downside. Housing data is a very, very, very lagging indicator. But the way that they calculate housing data is actually in my opinion kind of flawed. I'm not the only person that feels this way. I didn't know about this either until Professor Spiegel, who is a professor of economics at Wharton School of Business, actually did a whole segment about this on CNBC about the different housing data that is actually used to calculate CPI, that the government uses to calculate CPI. It's a really poor piece of data. And the example that he showed was how poor of a piece of data that it was because of how lagging that data point is he went back and showed you that same data point did not show that housing prices and housing inflation was moving to the upside until you got to the first quarter of 2022. Now, anybody that wasn't living under a rock in 2021 knows full and damn well that in 2021, housing prices were just exploding. People were paying $80,000, $100,000 over ask, all cash offers. It was crazy. And housing and rent was exploding in 2021. But the same piece of data that is a lagging indicator now that says that inflation or housing has not come down yet is the same data that said that housing was not moving up until you got to the first quarter of 2022, which we all know is not true. So now here you are now looking at housing prices are coming down. I've seen it with my own eyes. Housing prices are coming down. But yet that data point still says that it's not. And that's a lagging indicator. But nonetheless, I think inflation may come down in a meaningful way in November, December. We'll see. We got to welcome Judy. Judy's the newest member of the TTG family. She took a laptop. So that means there's 7 of those laptops left. You all have a choice when you join. You can either take the free laptop and pay $11.42 or no laptop and pay the $1,000. The choice is yours. The laptop's worth more than $142. The choice is yours, though. You don't have to pay for the shipping. We cover the shipping. We ship anywhere in the world. You have a choice. When you go to ttgoffer.com, you will enter one of either 2 coupon codes. If you want a laptop and you want to pay $11.42, use the coupon code TTG121. If you don't want the laptop and you want to pay $1,000, use coupon code TTGNE. TTG Nancy Edward. Okay? So Judy, welcome to the family, our newest member. And if anybody has questions, you guys have any questions at all about the membership, you can send a text message to 786-505-4049. Phone number right there at the bottom of your screen. All right. So there you guys go. All right. Cool. Any other questions? Any other questions that you guys want to hit upon? Any other questions? Now is the time to ask before we break. And then make sure you guys set your reminders for tomorrow. Mike, should I dump my puts on Meta at the open? I don't know what expiration you have. I'm not sure what, I would. I'm not sure what your expiration date is. Oh man, this thing is at underneath 110. Yeah, this thing, I don't know. I feel like this thing is probably just going to keep bleeding out at this point. It'll probably bleed out until you this is support, honestly. Right here is your next level, 108. Call it 108. That's your next level. It's 109.50. Yeah, I'm not sure what your expiration date is, but don't forget that your time decay is going to hurt you. So like if your contract expires on Friday, then absolutely you should just get out of it at the open. You're going to be up so much money tomorrow. If you're holding put options right now, you're going to be up so much money tomorrow. Who cares? Just take the profit, stuff it in your pocket, and call it a day. I think the stock does move further to the downside, probably over the next 2 days. It probably moves lower, but I don't know what your expiration or strike price is. So without knowing all of that information, I would tell you just tomorrow morning, take the profit, stuff it in your pocket, and go enjoy your day because it's going to be a huge win. To think this was a $350 stock 10 months ago is crazy. It's now at 109. Why is the SPY moving up while these mega caps are falling? Because, these mega caps are not all the market's made of. Meta's no longer as big of a component as it used to be. Apple's the biggest. Amazon's up there, and Microsoft and Alphabet are number 2 and number 3. So that's part of the reason why the markets were red today was really because of Alphabet and Microsoft. If it wasn't for Alphabet and Microsoft, literally, this is an actual fact based on statistics and weightings in the S&P 500. If Microsoft and Alphabet were just flat, if they weren't down 7%, if they were flat, the S&P 500 today is green, not down 0.5%. But it's the second and third biggest weightings in the S&P. Also, Boeing. Boeing got crushed today on horrible news with their earnings. And Boeing is the biggest weighting in the Dow. So Boeing alone took about 80 points off of the Dow today. And even the Dow was actually, the Dow today was actually able to finish green. So we finished, I forgot, I don't know, 30 points or 35 points green on the Dow, something small, something like that, right? But if it wasn't for Boeing, if Boeing was flat, then the Dow would have been up like 110 points today. So when you look at all the other areas of the market, everything else was doing very well. It was just mega cap tech that was to the downside because of earnings. But in the rest of the market, yields were moving to the downside. Bonds were ripping. The dollar was crashing. The things that have pressured the market tremendously in the past was rising yields and a rising dollar. That's a major, major, major factor that has put pressure on equities, has put pressure on stocks. Everybody answer the poll that we just sent out. Everybody answer the poll that we just sent out. Okay. Answer the poll that we just sent out. All right. Answer the poll that we just sent out. Where was I? Let me get back to here. Okay. So those are the things that were putting pressure on the stock market over the last couple of weeks. And between yesterday and today, bonds ripped, yields crashed, the dollar crashed. The Bank of Canada was expected to raise rates by 75 basis points today. They only raised rates by 50 basis points. That is what gave the markets the boost in the morning. So when you take a look at the SPY at 10 o'clock, news came out. Let's go to 10 o'clock. Okay. So right here, 10 o'clock, news came out from the Bank of Canada. The Bank of Canada, the expectation was that they were going to raise rates by 75 basis points, just like the Fed. The expectations for the Fed on November 2nd is that they're going to raise by 75 basis points. But the Bank of Canada raised by only 50 basis points, and the market loved that, and you got the big rally to the upside. But then all of your big mega cap tech stocks started to sell off again, and the market then rolled back over to the downside. Why? Because you take a look at Microsoft started to roll back to the downside. Alphabet started to crash and roll back down to the downside. Meta started to crash and roll back down to the downside. All your mega cap tech names, Amazon started to roll back over to the downside. So the biggest weightings in the S&P were going down while everything else was trading higher. And that pulled the SPY down, where usually sometimes you'll have like the overall market can influence these individual stocks, but rather now these individual stocks were influencing the overall index because of how large of a weighting they actually have. And there's an earnings catalyst there to pull the markets down. So today was actually still a very constructive day in the overall markets because there's a lot of other areas of the market that were actually green today, like healthcare, like energy. There's a lot of other areas where stocks actually did well today. And it wasn't just all kind of, wow, Meta is now 108. That's wild. Nice. Mike Pletcher says, I'm a previous trial member and I intend to join, but I got a spinal injury and I'm out of work and workers' comp. So once I am fixed, I intend to join. Well, Mike, I wish you a speedy recovery, brother. I wish you a speedy recovery. And the TTG fam and I are here when you are ready. Yeah, this actually is pretty mind blowing. To see Meta now down 21%, down at 108. Man, they really do hate. Investors really do hate that CapEx. Mark Zuckerberg doesn't care. And honestly, that's the thing, though. The way that Meta is structured, nobody's decision matters other than Mark Zuckerberg's. He has complete voting control of that company. He has complete voting control. So he can't even be out. We just cracked 108. Now we're 107.80. He can't even be like outvoted. So if he is going gun ho, full steam ahead, all in on the metaverse. He is all in on the metaverse. Now we have a 107 handle now. We have a 107 handle now on Meta. This is wild. I think that this is the final flush out for Meta. This is just absolutely relentless selling. And I think that any shareholders that have been holding through this to say, oh, they'll switch up. I think everybody maybe just kind of threw their hands in the air. I think everybody just kind of threw their hands out. You know what? All right, Mark, if you're not going to listen to anything that your shareholders have to say, then we're not going to be your shareholders anymore. I think you have some support at 108, but we've blown through support levels all afternoon. So I'm not going to try to pick the bottom of this falling knife. When you try to catch falling knives, you get cut. I have no interest in trying to catch the bottom of this stock. Crazy. All right. So there you have it, folks. If we wake up and it's 93, I know, imagine. I don't think so. I don't think it goes all the way to 93. I don't think it goes to 93. Not tomorrow, but, tomorrow's going to be an interesting day because now you're going to have tomorrow's going to be interesting because you have Meta, Alphabet, and Microsoft that all got absolutely destroyed. And everybody has to be completely shaking in their boots about Apple and Amazon tomorrow night. Apple and Amazon tomorrow after the close. If Apple and Amazon earnings are as bad as Alphabet and Microsoft, then you got to hold on to some puts because the market is not going to be able to continue to move higher if the five biggest companies in the S&P, well, Meta's not anymore, but between Apple, Microsoft, Alphabet, and Amazon, the four biggest companies in the S&P, if they're all down 10%, those four companies make up like 15% of the S&P, something like that, 20%, something like that. So, you guys have to, you probably have to be looking for put options and to be shorting names if Apple and Amazon do miss as badly as Microsoft and Alphabet. Okay? So that's it, guys. If anybody else has any more questions, algorithms will change on Twitter once sale is complete. The company's going private, guys. It's not going to trade anymore. I don't know why Ford fell. Ford's earnings were great. I mean, it's only down 1.5%. It's not like it hasn't crashed, but I'm not really sure why Ford didn't move to the upside. I'm not sure why we didn't move to the upside there for Ford. I thought their earnings were great. Apple reports earnings tomorrow after the close. where to join pre-market session live with you. So Genesis or Ellen, the main chat room opens at 7:30 a.m. Eastern. Okay, 7:30 a.m. Eastern. Oh, you mean the algorithms on Twitter? I thought you meant the trading algorithms. You're talking about the algorithms on okay, never mind. I thought you were talking about trading algorithms, not the Twitter algorithms. Never mind. Yes, our chat room opens at 7:30 a.m. Eastern, Helen, and different moderators will come on the microphone from that time right up into the close, telling you what we're looking at and what our game plans are for the day. So you can hop in anytime before the close inside the main chat room. We'll be live with you guys in the morning. All right, guys. So if nobody else has any other questions, I'll wrap things up. We'll leave it there. Make sure you set your reminders for tomorrow afternoon. We're going to go live here again for Apple and Amazon's earnings to make sure that we can maybe get some good news out of mega cap tech. It all comes down to, Apple and Amazon. Can they save the day? Or do they keep making this market start to pull back and move back down to the downside and unravel a lot of the constructive work that has been put in the SPY over the last 2 weeks? We'll have to see. It's going to be a big day tomorrow. The whole investing world is going to be paying attention. We'll be right here live to break it down for you guys. So make sure you subscribe to the channel and turn on your notifications for tomorrow's live stream. If you are not interested in a membership, into Trading Group at all, you may now sign off of the live stream because I'm done with the educational stuff. Just make sure you subscribe to the channel first and smash that like button. Show us some love. If you are interested, I'll show you the platform so you can see everything you get access to as a member. Because when you join, you're getting access to our entire platform. It's not a Discord. It's an entire platform that was built to level the playing field and empower retail traders to give you access to professional education and also tools and resources that professional traders use that help them make better decisions. We give you access to all of that for one price, no additional costs for the entire year. You're going to get our chat room where the mods share our screen. We're live talking to you on the mic. We're calling out trades and analysis and answering questions in real time. If you cannot be in our chat room or in front of your computer, rather, don't worry about it. We have you covered with a mobile app. The mobile app will let you see the screen share, listen to the audio, commentary, and get real-time push notifications whenever one of our moderators enters or exits a trade. That's how so many of our members are able to benefit from TTG while working a full-time job. And if they are busy, it's the mobile app. You'll also be able to get 2 small private study group sessions with one of our pro traders to ask questions and speed up that learning curve. You're going to get the Benzinga Pro real-time news feed, live up to the second news alerts inside of chat. That would cost you over $1,000 if you went to Benzinga directly. It's included with your membership to TTG, and you guys can join for either $1,000 with no laptop or $1,142 with a laptop here today. The choice is yours. You also get TradingView's premium charting software. That's about $600 a year if you go to TradingView. The Trade Ideas scanner, that's a few $100 a year if you go to Trade Ideas. These are all included in that $1,000 or $1,142 price point, whichever you guys choose. You also get ETNA's simulator that lets you trade stocks and options with fake money so you can practice what you're learning. That would cost you just under $1,000 a year if you went to ETNA directly. It is included in your membership when you join TTG's platform. You get our own proprietary scanner that will let you create custom scans. You get access to dark pool data, unusual options activity, and options flow. Again, data that would cost you hundreds of dollars a year. It is all available on the platform at no additional cost. You get a trading journal that tracks your trades and gives you statistics and numbers. You can see what you're doing wrong. A social sentiment scanner that goes through Reddit, StockTwits, and Twitter and tells you what ticker symbols are being mentioned most, so you can help stay ahead of the crowd. Analyst ratings on any stock you're interested in, right? So you can see exactly how many analysts have a buy, sell, or hold rating on a particular name. If there's insider buying, insider selling, if there's what the short data is, it's all included. We publish a watch list every day with the stocks we're looking at and how we intend on trading them, what the game plan is, where we're buying, where we're selling, so you know where to focus your attention before the market's even open. And then you get all of our courses. The courses are a simplified version of what I learned working at the fund in New York, and our 9 other professional traders have added to that and have added their own specialties and their own niches to the curriculum, and you get access to every single course. There's no upsells or add-ons for additional VIP pro level courses. Every course is included. All our beginner courses, all of our advanced courses. There's courses on options, swing trading, trader psychology, crypto, futures, you name it. It's all available for you guys when you join for either $1,000 with coupon code TTGNE or $1142 with a laptop when you use coupon code TTG121. And then on top of the courses, folks, you get a video library that has over 300 hours of workshops and webinars of moderators covering a variety of different topics. And you can actually start attending these live once you become a full-time member. It's time you invested in something real, guys. But I can't guarantee you're going to be successful just because you joined your training group. But I can guarantee that if you go through our courses, pass our quizzes, and attend one study group and can't make your membership fee back at least once during your membership, I'll guarantee I'll give you twice as much as what you have paid. So if you guys want to pay $1,000, no laptop, go to ttgoffer.com, use the code TTGNE. If you want a laptop and want to pay $1142 to get the free laptop included, we cover shipping. We ship anywhere in the world. You use coupon code TTG121. All right. Nice. TC goes, I plan on joining. I want a laptop. Okay. So TC, I wouldn't wait till tomorrow morning because that $1142 price is going to go up by tomorrow. That price actually goes up at midnight. So if you want the laptop, TC, I would just go to ttgoffer.com right now. Enter the coupon code TTG121. Click apply code. The price will drop to $1142 and you'll get the free laptop. All right. And I just cracked 107. It's now 106 and change. It's just plowing through support levels. It is plowing through support levels right now. Next support level of significance, 96, 97. Next level of significance, but it is plowing through support levels. So this, like I said, I'm not going to try to catch a falling knife, guys. There's no reason to. There's no need to. But just absolutely getting just slaughtered. All right. Yeah. Next support level, I'd say is, I mean, you'll have some support at 100 just because it's a psychological level of 100. But I'd really say maybe like 97, those high 90s. Guys, you got to go all the way back to 2014, 2015 to find these price levels for Meta. So, all right. Okay. All right. TC goes, I'm 5 hours ahead of you guys. It's 11 p.m. I'm in bed. Okay. Then TC, what I would do is send a text message to 786-505-4049. We'll put that phone number right up on the screen, 786-505-4049. So TC, maybe we can get you taken care of, or make sure that you can get that price point. Just send a text message to that number and we can just make sure that we've got you kind of locked in. All right. So TC, I look forward to trading with you. Enjoy your night. Get a good rest, good night's sleep, because tomorrow is going to be a crazy day with Apple and Amazon earnings. And we are now approaching 106. We're about to break 106 and drop into the 105. So still just complete liquidation on Microsoft, on Meta. Nobody looking to step in and buy this thing just yet, nor am I. That's it, folks. Thanks for joining me tonight. I hope you guys enjoyed the live stream. Make sure that you subscribe to the channel, smash that like button. We also have a 7-day trial. I just want to throw that out there for people. If you guys want to join our 7-day trial, you can go to, and we just cracked 106. We're now 105s and change. If you guys want to join our
Nope. That's on hold.
Oh, we're no more trial members for now. Okay.
Not for tonight. We're relaunching our trial program tomorrow. All current trials are going to be interviewed before they're allowed back in.
Okay. All right, cool. All right. Sorry about that, guys. So I had two options for you guys here tonight. $1,000, no laptop. TTGoffer.com. Use the code TTGNE. $1142 with a laptop. TTGoffer.com. Coupon code TTG121. If you have any questions about our membership at all, send a text now to 786-505-4049. Thanks for joining me tonight, folks. I love you guys. I'll see you all in chat tomorrow. I'm going to keep this green streak of 2 weeks now going.